The body has been found at the lake this morning. The recovery is in progress. A news conference will take place at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Crews have been searching for the body of actress Naya Rivera. The former Glee star had gone swimming with her young son last Wednesday. He was found alone on the boat.
On July 8th, 2020, Naya Rivera, an actress, went to Lake Peru with her 4-year-old son, Josie Darcy. They wanted to swim and have fun. Lake Peru is about 56 miles away from Los Angeles County. Rivera had been to the lake before, so she knew it well. They arrived at the lake around 1 p.m. The place where they rented the boat, called the Juan Fernandez boat ramp, was almost empty. Rivera got a pontoon boat, which is a type of boat that moves slowly. Lake Peru is not like an ordinary lake. It's big, covering about 1,200 acres, and it's surrounded by water that's really deep and cold. This can be dangerous for swimmers who aren't careful. The lake has different depths, from as shallow as 3 feet to as deep as 50 feet. It's full of things like branches and other stuff, so it's hard to see underwater. Rivera and her son were on the boat, enjoying the day, but something went wrong. Rivera disappeared, and her son was found alone on the boat. People searched for her, but it was hard because the lake is so big and deep. Shortly before she went missing, Rivera shared a heartfelt photo on Instagram. In the picture, she was with her 4-year-old son, Josie Darcy, on a boat in Lake Peru. The caption said, "Just the two of us." They seemed happy despite the choppy water. But after 3 hours, the boat was overdue. Someone from the boat store finally saw Rivera's boat around 4 p.m. It was drifting without anyone controlling it on the north side of the lake. The people at the lake's concession stand checked the boat and found Rivera's son asleep inside. That's when they realized something was wrong. They immediately started looking for Rivera. They used helicopters and a dive team to search the lake. The authorities arrived before 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Josie, Rivera's son, told the police that his mother had jumped into the water but didn't come back up. This information was shared by various news outlets and the Ventura County Sheriff's Office. The lake is going to stay closed while people keep looking for something. On Thursday, officials said they are now looking for a person who they think has died. Deputy Chris Dyer confirmed that they think Rivera is dead now. They think Rivera might have drowned because they found a big life jacket on the boat. A news outlet called Mirror Online said Rivera jumped off the boat and didn't come back up. When they found her son, he had on a small life jacket and there was a big one next to him. That made the authorities think Rivera went swimming without her safety jacket, which can be very dangerous in Lake Peru's tricky waters. The sheriff's office captain, Eric Bouchard, told reporters there's no sign of bad play right now. They think it might be a case of drowning. The search operation stopped for a bit on Wednesday night because the conditions were too dangerous. Deputy Chris Dyer explained, "The water is really murky and there's lots of stuff floating around, like big trees. You might come to the beach, swim out a bit, step into a deep spot, or get caught in a strong current, and then you panic." Early on Thursday morning, the search started again. Later, the authorities said they were not looking for a living person anymore, but for her body. The lake got rougher as the day went by because of the wind. The wind was blowing off and on. Dyer said the lake was unpredictable. He said Rivera could be anywhere in the dark water. At night, no one can see anything in the water. It's too dangerous for the searchers to be there. They focused on the north side of the lake because that's where they found the boy. A dive team from San Luis Obispo County was getting ready to go out. Another team from Tulare County was on the way to help. They'll search until the sun sets unless they find Rivera's body before then. Rivera had been to the lake before, according to the Ventura County Sheriff's Department, but they didn't know if she could swim. She didn't have her life jacket when they found the boat she rented. They found the life jacket later. Lake Peru is popular, especially for people from Los Angeles. But it's not very safe. Usually there are lifeguards and rangers there, but the water can be strong. Even good swimmers can have trouble. In 2000, park officials found out that many people were drowning in a lake called Lake Peru. They figured out that the reasons for drowning were because of strong winds, cold water, and the depth of the lake. They also noticed that most of the people who drowned were swimming in places where they weren't supposed to swim. The water in Lake Peru can be very cold, and the waves can be very big. This makes it hard for even good swimmers to stay safe. Sometimes the wind is so strong that it makes small boats tip over, putting fishermen in danger too. Between 1994 and 2000, 7 people drowned in the lake. But actually, there were more than a dozen drownings in the 23 years that Douglas West worked there. He said that most of the people who drowned were not wearing life jackets and didn't know how to swim very well. They thought they could handle swimming in the dangerous parts of the lake. Douglas West said that everyone who goes near the water should wear a life jacket. It doesn't matter if they're good swimmers or not. Wearing a life jacket can save their life. Some of the people who drowned include Jesui Stanil Carranza, who was 27 years old. He drowned even though he was wearing a life jacket. Thabo Rio Dominic drowned while trying to save his daughter. His daughter was saved, but it took days to find his body. In more recent years, Naftali Slaviansky died in a boating accident in 2008. There was also a man named Smail Vyonskaya. He was with his 3 kids on the lake. When his youngest daughter fell off the boat, he jumped into the water to save her. He managed to get her back on the boat, but then the boat drifted away. Slaviansky couldn't swim back to the boat alone. He went underwater and didn't come back up. Then there's Roberto Barrios. He's 36 and just graduated from nursing school. He was having a party with about 25 other people. They were all on a rented boat, having a good time. Roberto decided to take a swim. He was in the water for about 5 minutes when the wind started blowing the boat away from him and his 2 friends. People on another boat saved his friends, but they couldn't reach Roberto before he went under the water. A few days later, the police dive team found Roberto's body at the bottom of the lake. The police sergeant, Kevin Donahue, said finding Roberto was like trying to find a needle in a haystack. He means it was really hard. Drowning is the main reason people die in boating accidents. Most of the time, they're not wearing life jackets. Kevin said they found a life jacket on the boat, but they're not sure if it belonged to Roberto or if it was just an extra one. Naya Rivera, a 33-year-old actress, grew up in Los Angeles County and started acting when she was just a kid. You might recognize her from the TV show Glee, where she played a big part. Glee was a funny musical show that aired on Fox for a long time, from 2009 to 2015. Rivera was in a lot of episodes, around 113. After the show ended, she became famous for other things too, like writing books and being a mom. In 2014, Rivera got married to another actor named Ryan Dorsey. They had a little boy together in 2015, named Josie Dorsey. But sadly, their marriage ended in 2018. After they split up, Josie mostly stayed with his dad and other family members. This happened until something very sad occurred. On July 13th, 2020, something awful happened. The sheriff, a person who helps keep the peace, announced some sad news. They found a body in a lake called Lake Piru, and they believed it was Naya Rivera's. It was a very tragic accident. They don't think anyone hurt her on purpose, and they don't think she meant to hurt herself. They say it was an accident and she accidentally drowned in the lake. They found her body in one part of the lake, not too deep under the water. Now they're going to do some tests to be sure it's really her. They'll take her body to a special office where doctors examine people who have passed away to find out how they died. The sheriff said they used video calls she made to her family to help find her. They also talked to people who were at the lake that day and saw her. Based on what they know, it seems like Naya and her son went for a swim, but something went wrong. The water was moving very fast, and she disappeared under the water. Her boat wasn't tied down when she went swimming with her son, and that might have made things worse. A really strange thing happened. They found her body on the exact same day, 7 years after Corey Monteith, a friend from the show Glee, passed away. Corey died because he took too much of a drug in 2013. Naya left behind her 4-year-old son, Josie Darcy. When this video was made, Naya Rivera was only 33 years old when she had the accident and drowned. Let's remember her and keep her memory alive. If you like this video, consider subscribing to our channel for more updates like this.